tonight. I'm cleaning up my closet.
Hey y'all, I got a story to tell, and I want y'all to tell me, am I dreaming or not? Or was I dreaming or not?
What?
I got a story to tell y'all.
Get some help.
Just let me know, was I dreaming or not? Or no, okay? So, when I was younger, those who know, those who don't, let me tell you something. Some of them shaders, honey, I probably told, they'll tell you, I don't remember her telling me that.
What the fuck?
That's how these bitches feel. Anyway, when I was younger, let's say, probably 9 to 10, I don't know. Me and my big brother used to fight all the time, right? So, one day, my big brother had beat me up. I was just tired of him beating me up. So, I don't know if it was in the mix of the fight or after the fight. I ended up clicking his ass upside the head with a Coca-Cola bottle. Of course, it didn't break, but it gave him a knot, right? So, hours later, he walking through the house, and he's pumping and pumping and pumping my stepdaddy's hunting rifle. So he just pumping it. And I'm like, maybe he finna go shoot at some birds or something. Because him and my other stepbrothers, they used to shoot at, maybe him and my cousin. I don't know, but I know my brother used to always like to shoot at stuff in the air or whatever. So I ain't think nothing of it. I'm sitting there watching TV, just watching TV, laughing and watching TV. I don't know what I was watching on TV, but honey, apparently I was interested in it because I didn't go hide or nothing. And seeing this nigga roll, just a pumping the gun, I should have known, knowing he walking around with a knot on his head and he pissed at this time. Okay, but anyway, I don't know if that boy pumped that gun 1,000, 100 times, or maybe it was a few minutes or an hour. I don't know. But when he got done popping that gun, that fool looked at me and he said, "Smile." He might have said, "Smile, you okay in the camera, bitch." I don't know. But I turned around and looked at him, and pop, he shot me in the head. Damn! Yeah, I must have blacked out or something. Because when I come to, this fool trying to dig the bullet out of my head. My mama was, mind you, across the street gambling, because my mama used to always like to gamble, play cards, and go kick it and drink with her friends or whatever. So I don't know if my little brother or what happened, who went and told my mama. My mama came to the house. What happened with it? I'm constantly telling her, he shot me. And so she gets somebody to come get us and take us to the hospital. And I know we must have sat there 20, 30 minutes, probably longer. And I'm constantly like, he shot me. Because when my brother was trying to get the bullet out of my head, he was like, don't tell Mom. I was like, no, you should have never shot me. I do remember I said that, so you should have never shot me. So I'm telling my mama he shot me, because she would have beat me. She didn't even touch him. My mama used to love her boys. She ain't like me. I was the only girl. She ain't like me that much. I don't know why, because I was the most obedient, in my opinion. But anyway, so she ain't whip him. I think I was a little upset about that. But anyway, we went to the hospital, and I remember the doctor saying a couple of more inches and she wouldn't be here, you know? And then the doctor asked her, because they had to cut one side of my hair off to get the bullet out. So once they did that, they asked my mother, did she want them to even out my hairline, because I was going to have one hairline up farther than the other one because they had to cut the bullet out. And my mama said, yeah, even it out. I just remember I was so upset and I was crying and I was like, no, mama, no, like she is really trying to show my forehead off. Like, what? Okay. And after that, y'all, I remember folks calling me five head in school. I used to be embarrassed, but not really, because who gonna whoop me, boo? Okay. They used to call me five head in school. Okay, but anyway, after that, and getting to see her make the folks didn't never make fun of me before then. They didn't win right. But anyway, after that, y'all, this is the part I want y'all to tell me. Was I dreaming or not? I remember, I don't know if it was a year after or maybe some months after or whatever. But the way I walked to school, I had to walk through a park the way I walked to school and from school, I had to walk through a park. And sometimes I would go kick it with my friends over in that area. But it was getting dark, and I think I got out of school when I went to my friend's house, and then decided to go home right before it was about to be really dark. So it was getting dark. I was on my way home. And I remember walking through the park by the school, and I seen a couple of dudes. They went right by each other. One was like all the way across the park, and the other one was like in the middle of the park, right where I was walking through. So I had to walk past this creep, even though I just immediately clenched and got on guard. That's what I remember, y'all. The next thing I remember from that moment is coming to myself with a metal pipe in my hand and blood everywhere. And this dude that was in the middle of the park on the ground with blood everywhere. Blood was on me, blood was on him, but I didn't feel hurt. And I was just looking, and this guy that was on the other side of the park was coming closer to me. And I remember because he had a dirty like security shirt on or something. So I don't know if he just got off work or he was just wearing a shirt or whatever. I don't know, but the man looked at me, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I was about to get away from him too. I was already stepping back, like about to strike. And I remember the man, before he got close enough to me, he yelled at me, "Go home, baby. Go home." And I struck home, but I still had the pipe in my hand. And when I got home, my mama looked at me, and I remember telling her, I don't know everything I told her, but I know it was what I'm telling y'all now. And I guess I don't know if I remembered anything at that time, but whatever I told my mama, I remember her having me take my clothes off. I took my clothes off and went and got in the tub, and our bathroom had like a window on it where we lived at. Or did I look out the kitchen window? I don't know. But I remember seeing my mama with a barrel, and she was burning my clothes. She was burning my clothes, y'all.
What the fuck?
And then she never wanted to talk to me about that ever again. Because I remember I asked her years and years later, why did she burn my clothes in the backyard that day? And she was like, "Girl, what are you talking about? Girl, what are you talking about?" You know, that's how my mom is. She'd be like, "I don't want to hear this shit. Shut up." Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So, y'all tell me, y'all think that was a dream that I had? And the reason why I say that is because I think after my brother shot me in my head, I blacked out a lot. Because I do remember blacking out and waking up at our door one day. And it was like somebody was trying to snatch me through the door. And I was screaming and hollering for help. But I couldn't hear myself. I could just feel myself trying to use my voice. But I couldn't hear myself, so I felt like nobody else heard me either. But I was still standing at the door. And nobody had snatched me out the door when I came to and realized I was at the door. So, y'all, I had to ask myself, what happened? Was that a dream, a nightmare I started having after my brother shot me in the head? And I say this because I remember when I was pregnant, my baby daddy hit me, and I flicked. And when I came to, blood was everywhere. And he was like, "Jane, you gonna kill me."